Hello, and welcome to another episode of Coach and Coffee. I'm filming this a bit later in the day, so I have the shade on me right now, and it feels wonderful. There's a breeze going and everything. Go grab your coffee, come sit down, and today we're going to talk about something close to everyone's hearts. We're going to talk about caffeine. Should you have it? Should you not have it? If you think for a moment that I've been drinking decaf coffee all this time, you are crazy. I have not been. This is regular coffee. So obviously I've been drinking caffeine-infused beverages for all of these episodes. I don't know which one this is, 24, 23, something like that. So, should you have caffeine or not? Now, some people, let me restart that. A lot of people do not do well with caffeine, and a lot of people do fine with caffeine. So just like with every other video, the answer is it depends. Great. So some things to consider. How amped up does caffeine make you feel? Some people drink like an 8 ounce, this is 8 ounces here, bit of coffee, and they just go wild and fly off the walls. Some people this does nothing. For me, typically this doesn't really do anything unless I haven't eaten for a while, and then I feel kind of amped up by it. But generally speaking, this just, I just like the coffee. I'm not in it for the caffeine. But for, like I said, some people, they just go crazy. So if you're someone who gets super hyper off of it, that could be an advantage in a workout. Or maybe if you are also someone who crashes after the caffeine, we'll call it a caffeine high, then maybe it's not the best thing if you're doing a workout that's going to last longer, all the way into your crash zone. And you obviously don't want to be just tanking on a workout. Just like if, you know, all the commercials for Snickers bars, while I think they're so funny, you know, you're not you if, you know, whatever. I'll not quote them so I don't get copywritten. But like, they're just a fast infusion of sugar into your body to give you a little bit of a boost, but the crash afterwards is not fun. I used to have to, I was very poor one summer when I lived in Juneau, and so I'd eat a Snickers bar for lunch because it was the cheapest thing for like 230 calories, but the crash afterwards was terrible. Like, I'd feel super energized for like 30 or 40 minutes and just be dead right after that. Way worse than before. So if you crash off of caffeine, maybe not something to do before a workout, or maybe you just shouldn't have it in general because the crashes aren't fun. I've never taken caffeine as a performance enhancer other than pre-workouts that I was given for free. Like when I'm ordering supplements, or if I was working out with someone else, I just take them for fun. And that, you know, it can lead to a really great workout where you're super hyped and you're lifting tons of weight and you're very ambitious. But, you know, just don't do anything stupid when you're all amped up and try and lift more weight than you can, or, you know, do anything crazy. As far as your body's reaction to caffeine, there are numerous studies that have been done. And I don't think numerous even begins to touch it. I've not found any consistent answer in the studies that I've read, and it's not like I've read all of them by any means, so this is just a opinion based off of a portion of the information that's out there. But it seems that caffeine is good to have, in the sense that it's fine for your body. It's not going to hurt you as long as it's in low dosage, not super high dosage. There are some research studies that talk about the effects that having too much caffeine can have on your bones, as far as your bone density and what it does to the calcium in your bones. Is that accurate? Is that not accurate? I don't know. There are studies that talk about it and suggest that it might be a thing, so maybe that's something to consider if you're drinking a lot of caffeine. Too much caffeine can lead to all sorts of issues like heart palpitations, and while it may not be exactly what's caused some people to die, It was definitely a part of it with kids drinking tons of energy drinks in a row. Like say, it's not necessarily just the caffeine that was the factor there. It might have been a multitude of things, but don't take it in high dosage. In normal doses, everything that I've read suggests like you're good as long as it's spread out during the day, or as long as it's not too much in a day. And I've not seen any like specific numbers. Essentially, if you had 3 cups of coffee in a day, you're not gonna see any detriment from it. But are you going to see any benefit from it? That's the real question. We're about benefits here. I drink coffee because I enjoy it, not because I need it, and honestly not because I see a benefit from it. But I also do not see any detriment from it. So I've gone weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks at a time without coffee. Many times I used to not drink it at all, and then I drank it, and then I didn't drink it at all, and then I drank it. And there has been no difference that I've been able to see at any of those intervals in my personal performance. So I don't drink it for performance benefits, and I don't avoid it because it affects my performance negatively. There are some studies that talk about the performance benefits of caffeine as far as giving you more energy for a workout and everything, and no doubt that can be the case. The question is like, to what extent, and is it worth it? And so generally speaking, from the studies I've read, this is not my advice, I am paraphrasing the information from those. Caffeine is good, again in small dosage as a pre-workout to get you amped up and to get you motivated, we'll say, for your workout. So it might be beneficial that way. But overall, caffeine has not been shown to be bad unless it's in high quantities, and so there's no reason why you shouldn't take it unless there's underlying factors. Medically speaking, I'm not a doctor, I say that every time. So if you have some underlying issue that caffeine affects negatively, obviously don't take it. I'm not saying it's safe right now if you have some other issue. For the general population, it's fine. Just don't be one of those people who's spending like $10 and $15 a day on Starbucks drinks and trying to get your caffeine high that way when you can get it way cheaper, just making your own coffee or whatever. So that's my financial advice for you today. That about sums it up. Caffeine's fine, just be smart about it. Thanks for watching. If you are looking for more information about OCR training, make sure you watch the previous videos in this whole series, and then head over to triofitnessocr.com/blog and check out the articles we have on there. We have things for just about everything you can think of in OCR. So, like I said, thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time on Coach and Coffee.